Hi there, Leslie Sansone Williams coming to you today from Paralegal Coffee Talk on Facebook, as well as my new class called Paralegal Inner Circle class. Well, I wanted to discuss what area of work that a paralegal does that might give the most flexibility. What do I mean by that? Well, in my first job, I worked in an area of litigation where you prepare for trial called condemnation litigation or eminent domain. And just by working 3 trials to 4 trials and preparing for that, learning what the documents were, from the very beginning, I'd never worked in law before. And I was able within a 7-month period to transition into a full-fledged paralegal job because I really hit it hard in my knowledge acquisition. So I would learn as much as I could and ask a lot of questions, and so I worked hard to get all the knowledge I could. And because of that, I could transition into a new area of law, again where I would have to intensely prepare for trials, and that was in personal injury and workers' compensation. Now, workers' compensation, I wasn't really preparing for trial, but in personal injury, I really was. And I had never worked in that field before. I had worked in like I said, condemnation and eminent domain, in probate, wills and trusts, that type of thing, but had never, ever worked in personal injury. And so I had a whole new area to learn. However, preparing for the trial, some of the documents I needed to have, the voir dire, which it's called, the questions for the juries, you know, when you prepare a trial notebook. Many lawyers, with all of the different areas of law that we have where you have to go to court to go to trial and prepare for trial, some of the documents, some of the preparation is the same. So it gives the paralegal an opportunity to transition from one area to the next. Now, I make it sound a little easier than it is. When it was easy for me to transition to personal injury, but in order to transition to maybe intellectual property, which is patent and trademark law, or another area like franchise law, maybe I would have to take just something from a seminar group to kind of give me a heads up as to what is involved in this area of law that I need to get up to speed on. So anything before you jump into it that can help you gain some knowledge about that area of law will serve you well. All right, so I want you to look at just the general field, the general idea of litigation. Now, usually an attorney specializing in certain areas. It could be business law, and he goes to trial on behalf of companies. It could be franchise law. And I worked for a law firm where we just worked with automobile dealerships, and we had a major lawsuit going on. So me having been a franchisee, having owned a restaurant, I understood the franchise world, and so it wasn't anything new to me, but I had a lot to learn. But having worked trials before, it wasn't that it was a cakewalk, but I didn't feel as anxious. I felt that I could learn it. And I think the transition is easier to go from one type of law to the other where you have to go to trial. So remember this as you're looking at what type of law you want to specialize in, what type of jobs are out there right now in your area, and what would give you the most flexibility in your career. It's good to plan ahead. So that's it for today. Please leave comments below. I love to hear from you. Subscribe and like, because then you won't miss any future videos, and you'll get notified when I do post a new video, because it may be the one that just meets your need and catapults you into this career. So have a great day, and don't forget to tell me what you think below. All right, so see you soon in the next video. Bye-bye.